Where? All right. This is working. It seems like it's fully charged, so I'm just gonna clip it. I'm gonna clip it on my shirt and hope the audio sounds good. Okay. There's some things I need to get off my chest, like very, very big things. First off, I want to start by saying I have been treating myself like a victim. And what I mean by that is like it's all happening to me and I have no control over it. Cuz cuz what I've been thinking about lately is why I impose suffering on myself. Like why am I sitting here choosing to suffer when I outside exist? The sun is out. I have access to the car. I have a gym membership. I'm not high. There's nothing stopping me from going to do the things that I know will improve my mood. But I'm sitting here choosing not to do it. So I'm just asking myself why. Like cuz I want to know. Cuz I want to change this. I don't like sitting there at my fucking desk contemplating why I'm not doing shit with my fucking life right now here in this moment. So what did I Google? I don't remember what I Googled, but I Googled why do humans impose suffering on themselves? Like say nothing stopping you from going to do something that's gonna make you feel better, but you're sitting there choosing not to do it. That is you imposing suffering on yourself. So I wanted to know why. And I'm treating myself like a victim. Then I was like, what are victims? Things happen to victims, and then they can't do anything to change that. But that's not the case. I'm not a victim. But the thing is, what is it that I feel a victim to and myself? So I feel victim to myself, so I shall impose suffering on myself. That didn't make a whole lot of sense to me, even though I just said it. But I treat myself like a victim, meaning that I feel as if I have no control over myself, what I do, because I believe this. I believe this that this is a core. I'm not gonna say core belief, but this is something that I hold true. Humans, humans are a bunch of patterns, a bun- just a bunch of patterns, routines, and consistent, inconsistent acts. That's what humans are. We're just patterns. At the end of the day, we're patterns, and I would like to believe I know myself well enough to know that to be able to recognize my own patterns. So so what I think is I'm a victim of my own patterns, but but it, I believe this because they're unconscious. There are a lot of things that we humans do unconscious. Like you might have some negative core beliefs that you believe about yourself that are unconscious, but they're unconscious because they are unchallenged, and you've never thought about it. Like me and my therapist did some what is it? We did some core belief work, and a core belief, I wouldn't necessarily call it negative, but a core belief that I believe about myself is I'm different. It's very apparent that I am different from the average human. Not necessarily in superiority, but it's just a mere fact I am different. From we're just gonna go through the list from like most common to least common. We're gonna try to keep it in that order. I'm black. I'm queer. I have ADHD. Uh, what are some more differences? Antisocial is definitely like common. My generation period is probably one of the most antisocial generations because after that whole COVID bullshit, like they just did us in with that. Like they just said fuck you mental health. Like that's what COVID did. Just said fuck you. But anyway, because I was literally sitting there pondering all of this bullshit, and then I'm like, why am I keeping this all in? Why am I holding all of this in? What do is it fair for me to assume that victims hold it all in? Like, cause what am it's just I don't fucking know what type of victim I'm referencing because there's victims of a lot of shit. But anyway, do I feel out of control? I think I do. Because I feel like I wouldn't treat myself like a victim if I didn't feel out of control. The, I know at the end of the day, the only thing I can control is myself. But even at times, I feel like I can't control myself. I feel like there's some unconscious thing pulling my strings. And I feel that's what I fall victim to, that unconscious thing that's pulling the strings. And it's like those unconscious things that in my head, like it's just I don't fucking know. Cause like I don't feel like okay, I do kind of feel like shit because I smoked yesterday and like this it just made me hate myself. Smoking, it just makes me hate myself now. Cause I know I shouldn't be doing it. I know I don't want to do it because it's keeping me from being the person I know I can be and who I want to be. So anytime I smoke, self hatred. Just right off rip. It's just there. I hate myself. You're a piece of shit. Like you're garbage. Like you're trash, kid. Like get good, lock in. Like that's what I feel anytime I smoke now. So I'm recovering. I don't want to use the word recover, but I'm reeling from all of those emotions yesterday because I didn't let myself feel it because I had to be because I was avoiding it because I was in a social setting. So I couldn't really like in a so when you're okay. This is in a I'm in a social setting. These people are socializing. They're like low key happy. I don't want to ruin the mood. I don't want to talk about how like depressed I am because I'm sitting here smoking right now, like being a degenerate loser piece of fucking shit. Like who wants to hear that? Nobody wants to hear that in a social setting of people around doing fucking drugs and shit. Like nobody wants to hear that. So I kept it all in, scrolled. So what scrolling does for me, it has allowed me to avoid the thoughts in my head because I'm constantly just pushing, scrolling, dopamine. Yep, it's just getting yep, fuck all that bullshit. Yep, reels. Yep, YouTube shorts. So I couldn't even process what I was feeling in that moment because I was just scrolling. And then I went to go watch TV. And then I went to go, like, it was just on, back, on, off, all that bullshit. So anyway, I couldn't process the self hatred yesterday, so I'm processing it now, which is just what I don't want to say keeps me from being productive. It keeps me from being present because I'm stuck in yesterday. And this is a consistent thing for me. Like when I smoke, my brain is off. Like I'm not thinking, I'm not doing anything. Like you eventually become a zombie. Like you're not present whatsoever. Like just not at all. So now I'm present now. Now my mind is aware. So now it's just like, you know what? That was some fuck shit we did yesterday. Why did we do this? Why did we do this to ourselves? Why did we impose this on ourselves? And it's just that. And I don't so I'm sitting here feeling this now. And it's keeping me from being present and actually engaging with things that I know I want to do and I know will benefit me. And also just another thing, the fog is real. Like smoker fog is real. Like my even though I took my ashwagandha, my supplements today that make me feel mellow and make me like calm and shit and focus, I still feel the fog in my mind. Like I still feel it. And the thing is, I wanted to give myself a few days to let the fog dissipate. I think that's the right word. So that I'm fully aware, present me, and get back into my routines and shit. But me not being in my routines and shit is like actually causing me distress because it's just like I don't feel me. And I know this is the way that I conceptualize this. I it's just that I don't want to put it this way, but I earn my right to be purposeful in my life by doing the things that give my purpose. What I mean by that is okay, I want to be a writer. Okay, you obviously have to read. You have to write. You have to read about the shit you want to write so that I can inspire what you want to write and all that shit. So it's just so you see what I mean? Like I'm earning my purpose. Like I'm earning my right to be purposeful with my purpose by doing the things that give my purpose. I don't just really no other way I know how to word it besides that. So what I mean is I want to give myself a few days before I get back into that, get in my routines. But me not being in my routines is actually causing me distress because I just feel like a shit human. I'm not doing anything. My mind. See, look, as a person with ADHD, my mind wants to do shit. It doesn't want to sit there at that bullshit desk and just do nothing. That's not what I want to do. But I'm sitting there doing it anyway. Like I'm imposing suffering on myself. I don't know fucking I'm imposing suffering on myself because of the self-hatred feeling. I think that is one of the main reasons why I'm doing that and keeping myself inside. Like you don't get to enjoy life. You didn't lock in yesterday. You didn't fucking resist. Like And one thing that I also deeply know about myself is I'm very impulsive. I've done better with my impulsivity, but when it comes to the smoking, it's just like it's so like my brain and my body are so used to the feeling. It's like, yeah, give it to me. I want it now. Yeah, it's here. Give it to me. Like the smoking was happening, so my body is very alert and attuned to the smoking that's happening right now. It's just like, yeah, we did this, we did this, and the J got passed to me. I could not deny the J being passed to me. Like I couldn't. Like I knew. Like I stared at it for a good few seconds, contemplated, do I grab this or do I just be like, no, my stupid ass grabbed it? And it's those moments where I feel like a victim because it's just, I know my logical self knows, but I grabbed it anyway. This is when I feel like a victim. I just, this sucks. This like actually fucking sucks. And it's this is common sense. Being around smoking is a trigger. So why would I put myself in that environment? My friends are here. And then it takes me back to the people, places, and things. Like I have to like quarantine. This is another reason why I'm excited to go to college. I will be able to find out who I truly am, under the uncover all the masks, the facades. Like I will be able to find out who I truly am, because I know I'm like going on a tangent and shit. But before I hit my 18th birthday, I thought I was gonna kill myself. Like no cap, like because even before I turned 18, there was a mask that was there that was blinding me to that truth that I not that truth that that statement that I had hid within so deep in myself. Because this is Kid Lauren we're talking about. Because Kid Lauren went through a lot of shit mentally, just reeling, fucking, just mental torture all the time. Most of my I don't want to say most, but there's at some point where the kid's childhood they become conscious. So when I became conscious, it was just mental torture, all from that point on till the future, until I started the HRT, which was like 16. So 16 years depression. Just imagine that. So when I had got on the hormones, it was just like, whoa, this is what life is like. Life can be this joyful, this good. So I had that mask on of joyous life, good life, until I hit 18. I was just like, whoa, what is this, gang? What is this? We're 18. And then I had to like, I wasn't really happy my birth month because I was working through the fact that I was denying my own future with the self-sabotaging behavior that I have. And this is self-sabotaging behavior too. Sitting here, doing nothing, feeling like a victim. That's self-sabotaging behavior because I'm sitting here and I'm realizing this fact and I'm like, wow. I just, and I also, I don't want to vocalize this, but there are some parts that I do hate about myself because it makes it hard to overcome. Just period. And it's just like switch and just redirect and just go from one thing to the next without mentally torturing yourself for like 20 minutes to a fucking hour before you go do that fucking thing. It's torture. Life life is just a bunch of trials and then you die. Like you can be optimistic about those trials or you can be pessimistic about the trials. It's just honestly how you go about it. Life is really just what you make of it at this point. And I'm really trying my best to make the most out of my life. No, that's not a true statement. I'm not because I could be doing more. I honestly could be doing more and I know I could be doing more and I want to be doing more, but it's this. I am literally my own worst enemy because I feel like there's so much unconscious bullshit that I do that I self-sabotage myself with, and it's just it sends me. It sends me, bro, because I don't know. Like I genuinely just don't know. So I guess the whole point of this was I treat myself like a victim because I feel like a victim to myself because I do all of these things to myself. And I need to stop. I need to stop doing that because I'm not a victim. I do have the capacity to change. It's the resistance. It's just why am I resisting? Like I'm sober, I'm fully able and aware and capable to open my book, to start reading, to start that series that I want to start, and that YouTube video that I work on that I want to start. Like I am capable of all these things, but I'm resisting them. Why? What am I telling myself unconsciously that's making me resist these things that I full on know I want to do and I enjoy? So it's just this. Can you see why, and can you conceptualize why I feel like a victim to myself? It's just there's a whole lot of contradictions, a whole lot of shit, man. I just so yeah, the whole of this video was, why do I feel like a victim to myself? And I think the answer to that is because I'm not proactive enough in my own life. I'm not. Because I suffer a lot silently, but that has a lot to do with past trauma, why I suffer silently and just suffer in here instead of expressing my suffering like this, or in a form like this, or going to go tell somebody, because this is making me feel better because I'm talking about it, I'm expressing it. And I don't do that a lot, especially with the negativity. I don't. That's no, that's not true. I withhold a lot. I do, just period. And I also withhold myself from doing a lot as well. Like I take MMA classes, and I enjoy my MMA classes so much. I enjoy getting put on my ass so much. It's so much fun because I just learn from it, and it's amazing. But I'm keeping myself from that. Like I could have went to MMA class yesterday, even though I knew a friend hangout was happening, and I knew what was happening at this hangout. I still could have went to my MMA class and made a better choice instead of smoking and being a fucking degenerate and filling myself with self-hatred. That's a choice that I could have made. Now, I'm not going to focus too much on could have choices, but that's a choice I could have made. And I forgot what the point was and why I brought that up, but I felt like it had something to do with like making better choices. But anyway, so yeah, why do I feel like a victim? Because you know what? I fucking lost it, but it doesn't matter. The whole thing was, I feel like a victim to myself, but I don't have to feel like a victim. I just have to be more proactive and more intentional about the things that I'm choosing to do. Because if you're more intentional about the things that you're choosing to do, you're thinking about yourself. And with that, you're thinking about yourself, meaning that you care whether or not this is going to be joyful for you, whether you're going to enjoy it. I need to start thinking about myself not as a victim, because things aren't happening to me. I am choosing to do these things, and I think that's what it is. Because if I'm playing the victim in my own life, I think that things are happening to me, and I have no choice in the matter when that is not the case at all. I just don't want to make hard choices, and quitting smoking is a hard choice. Distancing distancing myself from the people I enjoy being around is a hard choice. But because they smoke, this is a decision that I have to make, because I have to prioritize me. Prior prioritizing me isn't difficult. It's just I know what comes with it. Prioritizing me, you know what? I'm not going to get into that right now because I know what prioritizing me means. I just wow. Yep. I need to stop treating myself like a victim. I think that's what it was. Things aren't happening to me. I'm choosing these things, and I need to choose better, and I'm not. Yeah. I'm not a victim. I've been treating myself like one, like a victim to myself, making like choices are being made for me. Because the way I think about it is, there's me over here, and then there's me over here. Like they're two different me's: the degenerate me, the piece of shit me, the lazy me, the negative me, and the positive me, the productive me, the one that wants to work, that wants to do good, that wants something for that life and doesn't want to fail. It's just they're always battling, conflicting, and it's just this me makes this me feel like a victim. But anyway, yeah, things aren't happening to me. I am choosing to do them. And if that's the case, I need to start making better decisions. And I will, and I want to. And this is definitely a step in the right direction, because I never realized that I was treating myself like a victim, or acting like a victim for that matter. So today is the first step of better decisions. So this was the first good decision, because I was about to not I wasn't going to record this. I really didn't think I was going to, but I did, and I'm happy that I did, because it gave me a lot of clarity. I'm definitely gonna watch this back so I can reflect on what I said and really what it meant. But yeah, I've been treating myself like a victim, like choices were being made for me when they're not. I am making these choices, the wrong choices. So moving forward, I will be making the right choices. No matter no no matter how it makes me feel or the repercussions of it. Cuz I know deep inside what I need to be doing and what I want. And I can't let anything stop me from doing that. I can't. Cuz if I do, not only is my future at risk, I am at risk. Cuz I feel it, bare visceral feeling when I let myself down. And yesterday I let myself down. I did. And I guess I can mitigate some of the letting myself down feeling by feeling like a victim. It's like, oh, you didn't actually do this. So yeah, this is the first step. And if you watch this full video, you're a real one, and I really appreciate it. Bye bye.